Now the big question is, what color am I going to paint this traditional Swedish house? Imagine all of the fun colors that I could paint this. They make this fallow paint in a brown and a black as well. Yellow is a very popular color, but then also I could just go crazy. I mean, I could paint it blue. I could even paint it the same light colored green which I used for this little porch, which looks really cute. But also, I could paint it purple. Something is happening. Updates. My parents are here. We did lots of driving around and we picked up some scaffolding. Scaffolding is courtesy of Chimney Man. Just a bit big and heavy. I'm not sure how, but we somehow managed to put this together. It was a thing. My dad managed to get those really heavy poles up onto the second floor, but I can tell you I've started Googling for lightweight scaffolding. However, it's up, so at least half this side can be painted because that's the plan. Before I commence my potentially controversial painting job, I have a task to do. This paint currently is traditional Swedish fallow paint. When it's old, it basically turns into a powder. You just have to run your hand along it for it to transfer into your hands. Basically, I have a steel brush. I need to get rid of it. Like that. The entire house. I got myself a special outfit to help with this. It's the smallest size they had. I am mixing the paint with turpentine and linseed oil. The annoying thing is that it needs many days to dry, and we sort of should move the scaffolding, but we can't, so not quite sure how this is going to work out. Last year I started painting windows and they've all been done to completely varying degrees. This one in the back of the house hasn't been touched at all. This one looks completely different. the mice started eating it. There's two on the side that have sort of been finished. This one is pretty much done on the side of the house. This one is too strong, but this one has been finished. It's got the beige on the side and like light green on the windows. This one has been primed. That was from before. I knew that I was going to paint it with linseed oil paint. This one has half been done. It's a mess. Anyways, I've got some of that first layer paint left over, so I'm going to do this one before continuing with the windows on the side of the house that I'm actually working on right now. We tied the steps to the top of the scaffolding, so I can't use those. I don't know how I'm going to reach the window. Got you up here. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I was thinking about getting rid of replacing some of this rotten stuff. I could just making life a lot more difficult for myself without gaining much, but let's see. I just painted this down here, maybe. I shouldn't have done that. What to do? I am so sweaty. I patched up the hole with the rotten bits. Doesn't look amazing because all of the materials that they used to use back in the day are so different from the ones now. At least there's not a hole anymore. Once I paint it, at least it will be an improvement. let's go inside for a minute. I think this is the first time when my parents have been here and it's actually comfortable inside. I have a whole living room where we can sit and unwind, which is wild. So it's not just a work holiday, it's actually enjoyable. And I think we've been a little bit more balanced this time. We've been able to work in the house but also go on some walks, visit some places, so that's been nice. But yeah, we're tackling quite a big project and it does get a little overwhelming. Isn't this cute? Usually when I do my initial research on the internet, I'm quite organized. But right now there's so much going on and I have so many tabs open. Trying to source all of these items and materials. My saving grace is Opera, just keeping my online turmoil in check. Opera is sponsoring this video, which I'm very grateful for. So let me show you how I'm using it to assist in this renovation. This browser has a very simple but very impactful feature with its tab islands. So many people have 1,000 tabs open, and while I'm usually not one of them, right now I am. I've been trying to pick fabric samples for curtains, but I just haven't found the time to make my final selection. Saving these tabs and keeping them in one place is saving my soul. I have a tab island for outdoor lights, and the most important collection that I use daily for this build, my material list, AutoCAD drawings, and Pinterest for inspiration images. I can expand and collapse tab islands as needed to save space and stay organized. The built-in AI tool Aria can also help me with tab organization. I press Ctrl and slash and Aria's command line immediately pops up. For example, if I want to close all of my scaffolding tabs, all I need to do is write a simple command and that's it. The split screen comes in really handy here. I can check images that inspire me and work on a drawing at the same time. No need for multiple browser windows. I have the tendency to watch videos on my laptop while doing work, and Opera allows me to keep the video floating on top of my workspace. I use this all the time, and the same applies to the floating music player. I can choose between 7 different streaming music platforms, and the best thing is that once I play a video, the music will stop playing automatically and then start again once the video is finished. You can probably tell that I mostly just need a calm and clean browsing experience, so I can focus on what I'm doing and not get distracted by anything that's outstanding. Thanks to Opera for changing my workflow in such a positive way. Check the link in my description to download Opera and leave chaos in the distant past. It's a moment of truth. Which controversial colour am I going to paint my house? This scaffolding has been up for more than a week and we're finally ready to paint. There's so much waiting with the linseed oil paint. There's like 2, 3, 4 days in between the different layers, and we've been waiting for that to dry. Ideally we would have moved the scaffolding into another spot to do things there and then move it back, but it's literally just too heavy for us. But I'm finally painting. It's happening. Alright, what did I choose? Black, green, yellow, purple. It's red. Such an anticlimax. Whenever I see this color, I really like it. I am sticking with the traditional paint, but it is a slightly different color. The original color was the fallow original red, and this is the other red color. It's just a little bit more orangey, and I really like the vibrance of it. I really love this color. I think it looks so nice against the the beige and the green. I think it will be a really nice poppy contrast. We moved the scaffolding. It's time to start again. Okay, I need to take out this window, clean all of the red powder off these walls, take off the eaves, sand everything. The other side looks good though. You can see at least how much better the fixed window looks compared to the old window. I was actually a bit sad at how this paint turned out. There's two different reds, the original and then a light red, which has a tendency to look a little bit more orange. And I really like how it pops and also how it pops next to the paint colors. But when I applied it, it just looked exactly the same as the old stuff, just a little bit cleaner. But in certain light, it looks quite nice, so at least that's something.
Ja. Ja.
Oké. Ik heb hem.
Oké.
Nice. Deze kun je precies hier onderuit staan.
Met aardbeien moet je altijd denken dat het hartje boven de grond zit eigenlijk. Dat is best wel lastig.